Jaguars and the Jets on Thursday night.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football in MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, the stage is set for our final Thursday night game of the year between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets. Brendan Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Jets coming into play. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, and not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that,
season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. We'll get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, second overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
And we all know the scouting report on him. He can attack the field at all levels with a very strong arm and make big-time plays off schedule. We also see him playing with confidence and swagger. We see a guy who knows how to lead a team, who knows how to compete, and wants to be great every time he hits the field.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup to 25. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Foley Fatukasi, the former UConn Husky. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Well, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Hall again on 2nd down. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Jets at 3-11 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think it's going to be tough to beat in this one.
First down, but this one lines up to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. On the counter, it's Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the 44, Wilson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Waiting on it will be Richie James. Yikes. Terrible kick. Headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Lawrence will throw. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Let's go. 4 yards.
Lawrence going to keep this himself. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
Alert.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's the 2nd-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. Here's Lawrence. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. All again on 2nd down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll run with ball. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Lawrence. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars! Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make the score 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to. I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now Wilson on first down. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Hey, what we got? It's right, dog. Come on.
The Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Josh Allen. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Here's Braden Mann now as he's on to punt for New York. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
That one complete downfield to Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards that time. Now Lawrence to throw. And one more time, here's Kirk. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second down and 8. Lawrence going to throw again. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time touchdown.
James Robinson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
On third down, Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we're into the final 3 weeks.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late-season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Wilson. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Chad Muma, and the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
You ready?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking downfield for Jones. And got his man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. He gets 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
Knock it. Check. Alert.
Again, it's Lawrence. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones from 10 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that makes the score 28-0. 5 plays there on that drive, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. That's Foley Fatukasi who got in there and finished off the play. Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why would
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Kill, opposite.
They're going option play on 3rd down. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Way to go.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Marvin Jones, 44 yards. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. New York ready to go again offensively. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Andre Cisco there on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Okay, ready, check.
Hall again. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A handoff for Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. They'll run with Hall. 93 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency.